May 21st, 1952, Gilmore Park, Los Angeles, California. Thesz versus Baron Michele Leone. Part 5, here on Chaos Corner. Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. As the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Thesz went on a mission to establish the new title as the closest thing to an undisputed championship the business had seen in decades. To that end, he traveled the country in the late 1940s and early 50s, facing and usually defeating several world championship claimants. The most high-profile of those encounters was his match with the flamboyant Italian match star, Baron Michele Leone. Abafangule mamra, veni cá. Ciao bella. It's kayfabe, man. Who was recognized as the World Heavyweight Champion on the West Coast by California promoter Cal Eaton and his matchmaker Johnny Doyle. Thousands were turned away at the day at Gilmore Park, and the sellout crowd generated a colossal gate of $103,000. Again, throw in the inflation calculator from the 50s to now, it's got to be at least 4 times. So we're talking about well over $500,000. The first gate in pro wrestling history to surpass $100,000. And in a business where it's all about the money, that was an achievement on par with winning an Olympic gold medal. Veteran wrestler and tough guy actor Mike Mazurki served as special guest referee. You've seen Mazurki in the Lee Marvin, John Wayne movies. Mazurki was one tough sumbitch. Big guy, too. He was the special guest referee, and he was the man who eventually slapped the mat 3 times to award the third and deciding fall to Thesz as a result of a backdrop, a move invented by Thesz. Bueller? Anyone? I'm taking attendance. I hope your notebooks are still out. That's why you come here to learn things. Facts. That's what's different about this channel and this show, because this isn't a fucking podcast. So Thesz, obviously with the backdrop which he invented, the Baron had been dethroned and Lou would reign as undisputed champion for years. Thesz. October 6, 1957. Korakuen Stadium in Tokyo, Japan. Konnichiwa, bitches. Arigato from the Chaos-san. Thesz versus Rikidozan. In the land of the rising sun, the Orient, if you will, Thesz earned the nickname Tetsujin, which means Iron Man. And this match was most certainly a major reason for this. The reigning NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Thesz, traveled to Japan to face its most colossal star and the holder of the Japanese Wrestling Association's heavyweight title, Rikidozan. The build-up to the match was unlike anything the country had ever seen, and it's considered a major turning point in the explosion of Japanese supursal as an international pro wrestling phenomenon. Both men had legitimate wrestling credentials and made the bout as athletic and intense as possible, with Thesz playing the subtle American heel to Rikidozan's Japanese superhero. The attention of a nation turned into the encounter, which was televised across Japan to an 87.0 rating, completely unthinkable by modern TV rating standards. People talk about ratings and putting asses in seats. You're seeing it here in history long before today's industry and business. Completely unthinkable by modern TV rating standards, when the average Super Bowl pulls down about half that number. The Super Bowl. Thesz and Rikidozan wrestled in this historic bout. It ended up being a 1 hour draw in one of the most intense contests of the modern era, setting the stage for more epic encounters down the road. Speaking of that, I'll see you down the road for the next episode. We're doing this in parts, basically match by match. This is part 5. Go back and watch part 4. Stay tuned for part 6. Let me just double check, man, because, you know, sometimes I have the brain of a turnbuckle. My mind's like a lazy Susan. It'll come back around. I say the same thing all the time. Thanks for being here, Austin. I know you're there, brother. All right, we did part 1. Great Gama Stanislaus Sabisco, 1910. We did part 2. Frank Gotch, George Hackenschmidt, 1911. We did part 3. Joe Stetzer and Ed Strangler Lewis, 1960. We did part 4. Strangler Lewis and Jim Londa, September 20th, 1934. We just did part 5, consisting of 2 bangers because of Lou Thesz. 1952, Thesz and Leone. 1957, Thesz and Rikidozan. Jim Cornette and doing Guess the Program with the great Brian Last. You Have Nothing on Me. Check out my shows here on the channel on YouTube. It won't take you that long. And when I announce the date in the first 10 seconds of the show, hit pause. See if you can guess, I don't know, the area, the names. See if you can cut it together and do something, the great Brian Last, man. It's a work, baby. It's a joke. Don't you dare miss it.